Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Open man is Trey Burton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. This one into the hands of Burton. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. The screen pass here to Cohen. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. For the Eagles, a look now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence, wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his walk.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
They cannot hold us down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on them on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group.
And that's complete to Sanders. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's got room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. This quarterback now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, The big guys up front won the day.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down now, it's Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, look now at our starting defense. And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. There you go.
He'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw on second down, Lawrence throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
50, plant. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Silver, Silver. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got Burton here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Ready. Tighten up. Pull it together. Watch the eyes.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. 2nd effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Lambo on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And Wilson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Push him back. Keep gripping.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
58, come on.
2nd and 15. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The throw right sideline here is complete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the return is Cohen. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And the drive starts with a completion left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well. and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
And they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Cohen. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 25 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Right there. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Roughing the passer defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
They'll look to throw here. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Harris. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
70, Indy. Right. He's down right. 4 down. Check up.
On 1st down, Lawrence gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
False start. Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2nd and 9 now. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, G.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Ready. 70, Indy. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just like that.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He's got Burton here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught, it's Wilson. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Everyone got 4 down.
Second down and inches. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So that one will be accepted. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it, complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Well, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Go.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Bears on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
90, Wolf. Here we go. No. Off.
They'll look to throw here. Wilson's got it complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
70.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. It's caught by Sanders. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll set up to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strip that ball. Come. Now.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, yeah.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Draw play, Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On play action, they'll throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.